Hey guys, it's Kat. I wanted to do this makeup look today, just inspired by the fact that I live in like the very south of the country, but it finally is like a little bit cooler today than usual and a lot less humid, and there's a nice little breeze, which is making me so excited for fall. So I wanted to go ahead and do like a fall makeup look, and the reason I might call this or some other random makeup looks like makeup therapy is because I firmly believe that sometimes, even if you're not going anywhere, which I'm not planning on it today, that you can just take the time slowly to just do a makeup look that's fun. It doesn't necessarily have to be on trend or season, but just something fun and relaxing, and like take your time. And I know like if you want to wear a little bit less or a little bit more, that's up to you. And sometimes I have music, but today this is like my therapy, is just being outside in the fresh air and the cool breeze, so that's where I'm gonna do it today. Right, so I already washed, moisturized, and primed my face with the Rimmel London Fix and Perfect primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with what I usually do first, which is eyebrows. And I'm gonna use a couple different things, but to start off, I'm using the brow pomade by Makeup Revolution in the shade Caramel Brown. So I'm just starting at the head of the brow and kind of underlining and just starting there and then going through the end. And don't worry if this looks incredibly awful, because obviously my hair is dyed brown, my eyebrows are naturally blonde because I haven't gotten them tinted yet, so I'm gonna go back and like blend it out so it doesn't look totally insane. So I did the same thing on the other side. I kind of like darkened up the brows starting at the front and really blending out. And now I'm just gonna kind of clean up with a Q-tip.
Because it tends to get a little dramatic, which is easy with brow pomade.
Next, I'm going to finish the eyebrows with the Gimme Brow by Benefit in the shade 5. You can see that's the darkest one. And that just helps, again, just like set them and also cover up the fact that I have blonde eyebrows naturally. And I'm going to prime my eyelids next with the NYX Proof It waterproof base. I don't know if it's actually waterproof, but it just helps it last a long time. So for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to use two different palettes. I'm going to use, because of course it fits the theme, the Morphe Fall into Frost palette. And then because I like to have mostly matte shades with like some shimmer, I'm also using the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, which smells amazing. I think I just stuck my chin in one of those eyeshadows. Okay, we're good. Anywho, it has beautiful, gorgeous, warm shades. And so for my base shade, I'm gonna go in with Extra Creamy, and it's just this kind of cheap, flat, but kind of soft brush, and just lay that down as my base. Now for a transition shade, I'm going to start working in Peanut Butter. Is that one right? Yeah, right there. Peanut Butter over and into the crease area.
Help get started without blending that's about to come.
Next, I'm just taking this shade Peanut Brittle, and I'm just gonna work that a little more concentrated into the crease to darken it up a little bit.
Starting to look all orange and pumpkin-y. There we go. Sorry, I'm still working on getting these angles right. So you guys can actually sort of see what I'm doing a little better.
I'm gonna work from the Morphe palette finally, this dark shimmery brown right here above my finger, and work that into the inner and outer corner. Urban Decay brush.
My shirt's getting all in this palette.
Now that I put that darker color in the inner and outer corners, I'm going to take this very like yellow golden shade from the palette and just this flat e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and pop that on the center of my lid.
Don't worry, I'm gonna blend this out, I promise.
So I took that yellow gold shade and kind of blended it out into the middle of my lid. I mean, it kind of covers most of my lid. And now I'm just going back and taking a little peanut butter and I'm gonna smoke that out like under my bottom lash line to add some color on the bottom, because why not? You know, it's fall, let's be smoky and orange. And then to really do like a little unique pop of color, I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but it sounded cool in my head, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna add this like, oh, there we go, this raspberry shimmery shade, just a little bit under the outer lash line. Wait, not raspberry, let's call it cranberry. That sounds more fallish. We're going to use the old school beginner's trick to making sure you have no fallout, which is makeup wipes. That's why I always do my eyes first, because no matter how fancy or careful I think I'm being, it always, like something always comes off under my eye, so it always looks so much cleaner this way. It's magic. Now let us all hold hands and say a prayer, because I'm about to try to do my liquid eyeliner. And yes, it's a pen, which is helpful, but still, this is a dangerous game. An attempt to do like a small little wing. Is that what we're gonna end up with? I don't know. I don't know.
So far, so good.
Probably looks like nothing on camera, but I like to do just a little flick at the end before I go in with the rest, or it's never going to be even remotely close to the same thing. I think that turned out how I wanted it to. Now if we could get it on the other side, we're home free. I think we made it. It looks fairly even to me, as good as it's gonna get. Sometimes I spend so much time blending and then I go to do just like a little eyeliner, it gets everywhere, you have to like wipe it off, kind of redo half of your eyeshadow, and just then that doesn't feel good. Fill in, I'm gonna do my upper lash line with this Casual liner, I believe that's how you say it, by Sonia Kashuk, so. Which I have to say, doing your waterline and stuff like that is a dangerous game anyways, but especially when you have contacts. I once just, sorry if this makes you cringe, but like grabbed my contact when I was doing this and like spun it on my eye with the eyeliner thing. Yeah, I had to take that out and clean it. So next I'm just gonna curl my lashes now to help separate them and stuff. I'm gonna put a little bit of this, my mirror is causing a weird flash of light. A little bit of this L'Oreal Voluminous Primer just on like the ends of them to help with length. Let me go ahead and do that. Just on the top lashes too. I don't like to do too much with my bottom lashes. Like I put mascara on them, but you know, don't want to get crazy. Now I'm using my CoverGirl, the Supersizer mascara on just like one coat on bottom lashes to make them look visible. tip to like clean up just a few spots. Next for foundation, I'm finally getting to that. I'm gonna try that technique where you mix a little bit of loose powder in for more coverage and a more matte finish. So for the foundation, I'm using the Rimmel London Lasting Finish foundation in Ivory Pale. And for the powder, I'm using the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, just loose powder, and I'm gonna mix that in, put it on my face with a brush, and then blend out with my beauty blender. I've got like a cup of water out here for that. I'm scared right now, like this looks terrifying. Just mixing it. I need to just get a palette, but yeah, I don't have one yet, or just make a cheap one. But I don't have one yet, so I'm mixing it on the back, on the back of my hand. Oh boy. And I'll just use the phone for this. Start with that and see what happens. And I lied, I'm gonna use this mirror. And this stuff weirdly smells good, this foundation. Not that that's like what I look for in a foundation, but it's like, it smells like almost sunscreen, but like better. Like it has a kind of florally tinge to it. I think that worked. I'll go into better light later so you can actually see what it looks like and not just how I'm applying it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the rest of my face. I think that actually worked pretty well. Like it looks good, it doesn't look too cakey. I'm still gonna set it with a little bit of the CoverGirl Clean Matte, especially like in my T-zone, because that tends to get really oily. I'm gonna do a light contour just to like bronze up the face, I guess, a little, using medium cocoa in the Too Faced contour palette, and use that medium cocoa.
Give my face some dimension, because I'm fancy. I'm so fancy, you already know. I can't do that when I'm contouring my cheek, like a 5-year-old. I'm like, make sure.
Blush, I'm going to use some of these darker shades over in this corner from this Physicians Formula blush. Just try to be careful patting it on there. Get my mirror. I'm going to use Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, but the shade Bananas, and it says rich and creamy, but it's like this pretty gold shade. Let me rip this out so I can use the mirror. This pretty gold shade. Yes, the way that catches the light. A little in the tip of her nose and in the Cupid's bow area. Last but not least, for lips, I'm using the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Plath, which is like this can. I will show you the finished look in maybe like right in the sun or something, but this is like an orangey brown liquid lipstick. Be real careful with that, because you know, it's close to liquid eyeliner where you really don't want to epically draw out of the lines for that. So here we go. Turned out a little bit wonky, but I did mean to like overdraw my top lip just a little bit to make them look full. And I will come back, I'm gonna do my hair and everything, and then come back and show you this in some better light. Alright, so I did my hair. I just straightened it mostly. It's never completely straight. And here's the finished look. Alright, so in direct sunlight, this is what it looks like. We've got the eyes and the lips. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Thanks for having some makeup therapy time with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.